Hello, and welcome to Big Bang Radio Spotlights. I'm Michael Parker, and this is a show where we talk to artists from all around the world about their music and process for making it. Today, Bryan and I had the chance to talk with the blues rock band, the Shakin Shivers. Without any further ado, here's the interview.
So let's go back to your roots. How did you guys meet?
We knew each other growing up. We actually showed animals together at our county fair. So we were kind of farm kids growing up. And we kind of didn't cross paths for probably 5 years or so. And we happened to cross paths again. And Ryan said, let's jam sometime, just for fun. And the first time that we jammed, we knew that we had to keep making music and do something different. We sensed an energy that we didn't want to ignore, so.
Okay, after that jam session, did you guys come up with a name, or how did the Shakin Shivers come about?
So what's funny about that is it took us forever to figure out a name. But the Shakin Shivers was actually one of the very first ideas that we had. We really liked it, but we didn't want to settle right away. So we sat on it for a while, thought of some more names, did some research, make sure nobody was using the name that we're going to choose and stuff, and then it just ended up being the Shakin Shivers. It's the one we just kept going back to.
That's very good. A lot of artists or people in general always manage to earn nicknames due to various experiences that they've experienced over their lifetime. Muddy, may I ask you the question, how did you get the nickname Muddy? Where did that come about?
So I kind of feel almost like a Robert Johnson myth. People don't know, no one knows how Muddy came to be. My parents don't know. I had it since I was a baby. There's home videos of me. At first I'm Maddison, a little baby. And then 6 months later, he was calling me Muddy, in these videos. Oh. And no one knows how it came to be. No one has any idea. So I kind of just ran with it. And when I started playing music, I was like, it'd be perfect just to go by Muddy instead of just going by my name.
Wow, cool. And to add further to that, Ryan, do you have a nickname?
Not really. I mean, I've over the years, acquired a couple things, but none of them really stuck. It's always just went back to Ryan.
Ryan.
Gotcha. Cool. And do your instruments, by any chance, do they have nicknames?
We named my guitar Susie Lee because we're big Jack White fans.
Gotcha.
And the White Stripes have a song called Susie Lee.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So speaking a little bit about your inspirations, you describe your sound in multiple ways. It's simplistic, blues rock, Rust Belt rock. What can you go a little bit into depth about what inspires your music and your sound?
I think a lot of it had to do with the environment that we were writing the songs in. We wrote them in this big abandoned warehouse in Toledo, and so it was very fitting to just have this Rust Belt sounding, because you're literally in the sister city of Detroit. It's kind of Rust Belt and I think the sound just came with the energy that was inside that building.
You all have such charisma. I can feel it right now. You both flow together perfectly. I read somewhere where the Shakin Shivers was not at first designed to be a group at all. You all decided that you weren't going to be a duo at first. Can you elaborate as to how the White Stripes played a major influence in you all becoming a duo? Because I know you all are White Stripe fanatics.
Yeah.
So.
What I like to say is the White Stripes, or just any duo in general that kind of made a name for themselves, gave people, it opened the door to know that it's okay to do that, and that you can do that and people can like it, just being two people. Because when we went into it, we're like, let's just jam and maybe we'll find some people to play different instruments, and you're thinking almost like a 4-piece thing.
Yeah. I mean, we know plenty of musicians that, that we could call upon if we wanted to, but it just kind of got to the point where
we felt good.
We felt really good about what we were doing, and we were really afraid of
just throwing someone in there for the sake of throwing someone in there. So we're like, let's just run with this, and knowing that other duos have done okay for themselves, made it seem like it was okay to be following that gut instinct. So that's kind of why it stuck. We weren't really like, let's make us a duo because our favorite bands are duos, but they opened the door for us to know that it's okay to be a duo.
So let's talk about your first show. You described some of the worst conditions ever, right, for your first show at Frankie's in Toledo?
That was a crazy night. I was also in a punk band at the time, and we played that night too. So I had to play 2 sets in this crazy hot. I mean, it was just insane.
It was literally like, there's pictures of me that night, and my hair was even longer than this, and it was like this lioness like mane going on, and I see pictures, and I told myself, I'm like, it looks like I'm going through an exorcism. But then I thought about it more, and I was like, I kind of was. Like, I literally was like, it felt like hell was entering the building because it was so hot. You're so sweaty, and you can't even think, you know? You kind of almost just like lose yourself in the moment. We blinked, and the set was over, and we were drenched.
Yeah, and it was the energy. I mean, that raw energy we had that night was just ridiculous. And it's kind of like anymore, it's like chasing a dragon. It was insane.
Okay, well, many bands have different processes as to how they go about creating their music or what they describe your music as. In some ways, you describe your music as being non-algorithmic. Could you add further to that and explain to us about that?
I guess our process of writing is really based on not having a process of writing. I mean, like, I'll come in with an idea or something, even like a guitar riff sometimes, and then, we get together and just kind of build upon it.
Well, speaking of instruments, you guys just roll with the guitar and drums. Do you guys feel that hinders your ability or it helps it? How does that play into the songwriting process?
I mean,
I think it's not, I don't think it hurts us or helps us, particularly. I think we haven't really ran into any challenges because we don't have like a bass player or another guitar player. We just kind of write the music with what we have and what we can do, and then we just fill the space, with ourselves any way we can. Yeah. We're not like set to we don't set ourselves to a specific standard of needing something like that or not needing something like that. We just kind of, everything we do is really just based on feeling and intuition.
Yeah, very open-minded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is great, because a lot of artists, when they go to record, as you know, they're stressed out trying to put together music. You all seem that you want your environment to be as stress-free as possible.
And we try.
Yeah.
Everything else in life is
stressful.
That's what I'm getting from you all. I love that a lot.
Thank you.
No problem.
Well, speaking of your journey, I see you guys have each other as a kind of support structure, but in general, who's been the most supportive of your musical journey?
Well, we both have our own significant others that are both very supportive and want the best for us and are very helpful in, helping pave the way for us to have opportunities. My dad has been probably our number one.
Yeah, you'll see his name on quite a few different credits on the album.
He did a lot of the sound engineering of our album. He's big into music, and he just wants the best for us. And so I would say he's a really big one. Yeah, but we both have significant others that are very supportive of our journey and what we're doing together. And that's really awesome. And that makes our friendship closer too. And
it's great. Yeah, it's always really nice to have a support structure behind you, kind of helping you and making sure you're not making a mistake. You're like, I'm in the correct path. I have people supporting me. It's always great to have that.
Yeah.
We also know that collaboration it can be a major key for exposure. Do you all have any artists that you would like to work with in the future, or have worked with now? Like, who are some of your favorite artists you would like to work with or have already worked with right now?
That's a good question.
I guess on like a close to home scale, we always make the idea that we do the Shakin Shivers and Shudders.
Oh, yeah.
My fiance plays music also. His name's Chris Shudders. And he's always like, if you guys ever for one gig want someone to jam with you, we'd be called the Shakin Shivers and Shudders for one gig. But on a big scale, I don't know. Who would you? What comes to mind?
I would say like if we're shooting for the stars, you know, I really don't know. I'd really love to work with probably like Josh Homme and from Queens of the Stone Age, and man, like Dave Grohl would be amazing. I mean, I could name off a ton of people, you know. It's I love collaboration. I love playing with new people. I mean, currently I'm in 3 bands right now. I'm always wanting to collaborate with people. I just love playing music. It's anybody. I mean, I'll meet somebody the same day and be like, "Hey, let's go jam," you know?
That's how we happen.
That's exactly. I mean, it's just you know, the more music you play, the better off you are, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, you know, speaking of what you guys would like to do, what's next for the Shakin Shivers? I know you guys just released your debut album. You guys gonna go on tours? Gonna make more music? What does the future hold for the Shakin Shivers?
In a broad perspective, I mean, we're trying to jump on any opportunity to play outside of the area and within the area, like regionally, like Toledo. Toledo, Ohio is actually, you know, a great little music hub. There's a lot of opportunity in Toledo, so we feel lucky that there's a lot of different festivals and a lot of different venues that give us the opportunity to play. We have a couple dates in Delaware. Next
Wilmington,
month.
Delaware.
Yeah, so we're playing a festival, and then we got a gig around that, so that's cool. But I guess just trying to play somewhere else, like that's just kind of the fun of it, you know, is like let's travel here and try this here. We'd like to work on another album.
Yes, for sure. I love being in the studio. I love recording and writing and all that stuff. So yeah, that's definitely on the list. But we definitely want to start playing more out of town and you know, broaden our reach a little bit, meet some new people, and play with some, you know, bands we never played before, and stuff like that. You know, just anything.
Okay, very cool. How can fans keep up with the Shakin Shivers?
We have our Facebook page, the Shakin Shivers. That's the thing that stays the most up to date, I would say.
Yeah.
We also have an Instagram. I'd say once we gather, I mean, we have enough content now. We're probably going to put together a website pretty soon here, just because that's like the most universal, best way. We're working on building a YouTube channel. That's we're working on content for that. So once there's a bit more content, that'll be cool. We have a couple music videos, live music videos from our album release party out on our YouTube channel, the Shakin Shivers, if people want to look that up. But we'll hopefully get a lot of content together and, you know, just keep doing social media, YouTube, hopefully put a website together.
Yeah, we're also on Reverb Nation as well.
Yes.
I think we have a Bandcamp too now. But all of that, you know, really our Facebook, and I'd say our Reverb Nation stays pretty up to date as well. So we try to update things as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we'd love to see your career continue to grow, and we appreciate you guys taking the time out to talk to us.
Thank you.
Oh, likewise.
Hopefully we'll make it to North Carolina sometime.
Yeah.
We would love to
that.
see you, right?
Yeah, we would
It'd be
love
great.
that. I would love to meet.
We'll keep you guys posted on that for sure.
Please do that. We'll be checking too.
Thank you so much to Maddison and Ryan of the Shakin Shivers for joining us on that interview. Also, thank you to Michael for helping me out with it. If you would like to see more interviews like this, please head on over to facebook.com/Studio67NCC. You can also watch them on youtube.com/NashComCollege, or you can follow us on Instagram at Studio67NCC. I'm Brian Holguin, and I'll see you when I see you.